Alright, hello YouTube, welcome back into the aircraft. Got my Cessna 414. We're sitting here about ready to go. I'm going to do more of the pre-flight stuff than I have been lately, but I'm not going to be doing everything because I am not a real world pilot. I'm going to do things as well as I can. We're sitting here in Midland and we're going to get ready to take off and head up to Lubbock. So let's get the battery on and the nav lights on. I have to have my thing over here because I normally put it right up here. Oh, I wonder if I could have just used this one. I could. Is it on there? If I have it on here. Oh, maybe I don't have it on here. Never mind. Yeah, I have two tablets, but this one I left turned on last night, so I can't plug it in. Let's go ahead and get all these mags turned on. And let's slide over in our seat. Down here, we got to get our fuel selector switches on. That's good there. And before we get going too far, let's check our weights and balances. We're going to go up to 50% on the fuel. That gives me 103 gallons. Yeah, this is wishful thinking. Can I delete that? Delete that. Backspace over that. 200 pounds. That's even wishful thinking for me. Alright. Now while we're doing that, let me think about this. Or let me do this while I'm thinking about it. Get Kelly on board. Kelly is now on board. And let's set our fuel computer. We know we have 103 gallons on board, so we got to add 20, 22, 23, 24, 25 gallons to that, I guess. Right? So we'll go here, 0. Whoops. 0, 2, 5. Enter that. 103 gallons. Alright. There we go. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to start up the engines. Oh, that's weird. That one's not reading all the way to the top. Start with the left engine, crack the throttle just a hair, and go ahead and kick the alternator on, and we'll tell this guy, hey, clear prop over there, buddy. I'm firing that bad boy up. Helps if you give it some fuel. And we'll put both of these just a little bit to help warm them up. And let's get the alternator on. Let's turn on our avionics, get those booting up. Turn that to standby mode. Over there. Got our map going. And let's listen to the weather first. Weather here is 126.8. So I'm using this second comm radio over here, 126.8.
Advise on initial contact. You have information, Mike.
Information, Mike.
Midland Air and Spaceport Airport information, Mike. 1304 Zulu. Wind 170 at 14. Visibility 7.
Wow.
Helium 1200 over Kaos. Temperature 17. Set point 14. Altimeter 3000. Landing and departing runways 10. 16 right. 16 left. 22. Numerous cranes in operation around Midland Air and Spaceport. Advise on initial contact. You have information, Mike.
Alright, we have information, Mike. So let's go ahead and get the altimeter set to 3000. And let's call clearance delivery on our main radio, 118.05. And I need to get this thing. I had that in the wrong screen. All right. Midland clearance. Cessna November 641 Charlie Papa is requesting IFR clearance to Lubbock. I didn't say with Mike.
November 641 Charlie Papa, Midland clearance. Clear to Lubbock President Smith Airport. Radar vectors Welch, then is filed. Maintain 7,000 feet. Departure frequency 124.6. Squawk 0130.
Cleared to Lubbock. Radar vectors to Welch, then as filed. Climb and maintain 7,000 feet. Departure frequency is 124.6. Squawk 1030. November 641 Charlie Papa.
November 641 Charlie Papa. Read that correct. Contact round 121.9 when ready for start or taxi.
Contact ground when ready to taxi. 121.9. November 641 Charlie Papa. Alright, 121.9. Put that in there, and tower is 118.7. I'll get this in here in the standby, so we will be ready for that. We were cleared to climb and maintain 7,000 feet. So we'll turn that to 7,000 down here. Looky there. Looky there. Almost like we know what we're doing. Switch that to the flight plan. Let's get up here and get our taxi lights on. Blind that dude. And call ground. Midland ground, November 641 Charlie Papa, ready to taxi for departure.
November 641 Charlie Papa. Runway 16 left taxi via Delta. Bravo. Echo. Alpha. Hold short runway 16 right.
Runway 16 right, taxi via Delta Bravo Echo Alpha. Hold short runway 16 right. November 641 Charlie Papa.
Negative. Clarify departure runway 16 left.
Oh, departing runway 16 left. Departing runway 16 left. Hold short at runway 16 right. All right. My bad. My bad. There goes a Cessna. So let's see. Let's see. Runway. God, I can't say runway anymore. Let me get this thing turned just so I can. Get a feel for where we're going here. Runway 16 left. All right. Let's get going. Let's get going. Parking brake is released. Might want to duck there, Hoss. I gotta stop here. I gotta look at my taxi map because I don't know where the heck I'm going here. One six left. Oh yeah. I went the wrong way. Good thing I checked. We are going this way. This truck's gonna drive right into me. Then that van is where we need to go also. We're just driving through taxi lights.
November 641 Charlie Papa. Cross runway 16 right at Bravo. Continue taxi via Bravo. Echo. Hold short runway 10.
Cross runway 16 right at Bravo. Continue taxi Bravo. Echo. Hold short runway 10. November 641 Charlie Papa. In the right window. Are you guys even seeing any of this? Sorry. I don't know how long I was in the wrong window. You guys probably didn't even get to see those cars that were trying to run over me. Or what I was talking about with the taxi lights, like those ones.
November 641 Charlie Papa. Cross runway 10 at Echo. Continue taxi via Echo. Alpha.
Cross runway 10 at Echo. Continue taxiway via taxiway Echo Alpha. November 641 Charlie Papa.
Southwest 651, 890. Request pushback. November 641 Charlie Papa. Contact Midland Tower 118.7. See you.
Contact tower on 118.7. November 641 Charlie Papa. Good day.
Southwest 650.
Wanted to get in there before he said something back to that guy. let's see, departure is 124.6. Let's get that tuned in. Our standby. Midland Tower, November 641 Charlie Papa at runway 16 left, ready for departure.
November 641 Charlie Papa, Midland Tower, wind 170 at 14, fly heading 170, runway 16 left, cleared for takeoff.
Wind 170 at 14, fly heading 170, runway 16 left, cleared for takeoff. November 641 Charlie Papa. Alright, let me get the mixture up. Let's go ahead and turn on the strobes and the taxi lights. It never did turn on my, or my landing lights, I should have said. It never did turn on my, those are already closed. They're not supposed to be. Make sure no one's coming. On the move here. Alright, we got a positive rate of climb. Tap the brakes, let's get the gear up. And let's go ahead and hit the autopilot on. No, not the parking brake, the autopilot on.
November 641 Charlie Papa, set transponder, squawk 0130.
Oh man. 0. Squawk 0130, November 641 Charlie Papa. And let me turn that on.
November 641 Charlie Papa, contact Midland departure.
Going to departure on 124.6, November 641 Charlie Papa. Good day. Whoops.
November 641 Charlie Papa, Midland departure, radar contact, climb maintain 7,000, altimeter tree 000.
Climb and maintain 7,000, altimeter 3000, November 641 Charlie Papa. I flipped the switch, I flipped the frequency before I released the talk button.
November 641 Charlie Papa, turn left, heading 000. Expect further clearance in about 16 miles.
Turn left, heading 000. Expect further clearance in 16 miles. November 641 Charlie Papa.
November 641 Charlie Papa. Contact Fort Worth Center 133.1.
Center on 133.1. November 641 Charlie Papa. Good day. Fort Worth Center, November 641 Charlie Papa, climbing through 5,200 for 7,000.
November 641 Charlie Papa, Fort Worth Center.
See, it didn't turn on my landing lights. That's what I was afraid of. I guess I should have just used the switch. We're going to be just above these clouds. let's get set up here. We are leveling off at 7,000 feet. Let's go ahead and get set up for cruise. We're going to pull the manifold pressure down to 31-ish. RPM, we're going to get down to 23. And let's pull back our mixture. Now we're watching this EGT gauge over here. I'll do left engine first. Alright, we'll go just a little rich. So it looks like about 190, 191 for the there's actually a peak up there. Yeah, well, go 198, 198. Let's get the prop sync a little bit better.
Number 641 Charlie Papa, turn left, heading 350, vectors for Lubbock, Preston, Smith.
Turn left, heading 350s, vectors for Lubbock, Preston, Smith. So they're already putting me on. I'm not even...
1147, contact Albuquerque Center 135.875. Contact Albuquerque Center 135.875, United 1147.
He's not even going with vectors to my waypoint. He's going vectors to the... right to the airport. And let me go into COM 2 here and set my frequency to 125.3. That is the weather in Lubbock. We won't switch to it yet though. I can't believe I forgot to set my dang transponder. Set this to altitude mode. I'm thinking we're going to go to runway 17 right. It looked like based on the pre-flight weather, which if that is what it is, that is 111.7, which we already have in nav 1. You can see it right here, 111.7. Zoom in some. If that's what it is. Alright.
Fort Worth Center, Southwest 661, through 16,100 feet for flight level 190 direct clear. Southwest 651, Fort Worth Center, climb maintain flight level 380. Climb maintain flight level 380, Southwest 651. November 641 Charlie Papa, turn right, heading 005.
Turn right, heading 005, November 641 Charlie Papa. I'm thinking that this is now going to be our normal path.
November 641 Charlie Papa, clear direct Welsh, resume on navigation.
Clear direct Welsh, resume on navigation, November 641 Charlie Papa. We're getting a lot of good scenery in on this flight. I did not know that it was this cloudy over there. I'm kind of doing a, if you watch my truck simming videos, you know, I kind of do things in a series. I take off from where I stopped last there. I pick up a load, not necessarily at the same drop-off point, but I do take off from the same city. It's all linear, and I do the same in flight sim. So the flight that I got that was lost was flying up to Midland. I had some recording issues on that one, so I didn't post it. This one is out of Midland up to Lubbock. I am heading towards Kansas City. I'm going to fly up and land at the airport that is nearby where G. Parker lives, Greg. Okay, I'm flying over an airport, can't even see it. So this is a series of flights up there. Kelly and I are going up to visit Greg. And then from there, I don't know, maybe we'll head east and go over towards Cincinnati. Visit Retro Bliss. Phil. Stop there, and then head up to Pittsburgh, visit Poe. Who knows? But these I do shorter legs though. I'm not going to do it all in one flight. It'd be kind of cool though, do a live stream for like a 3-hour flight. That'd be funny. I'd have to put the chat window up on the screen so I could follow the chat. Yeah, we are cloud surfing out here. Just barely tagged that cloud.
Sky was 5013. Contact Midland, Tower 118.7. Over to Tower 118.7. Sky was 5013.
It must be coming into land at Midland, huh? Told them to switch the tower. Let's see if we can hear the weather yet.
Low, 1304 Zulu, wind 170 at 1 tree. Visibility 10, ceiling 1,300 overcast, temperature 16, dead weight 1 tree, altimeter 299er, landing and departing runway 08, 17 right, read, tack all hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact you have information kilo.
Information kilo.
Preston Smith Airport
Information kilo 170 at 13. So hopefully we get 17 right that we were expecting. Fly through this little cloud here. We are in IFR conditions, so we are all right if we go into the weather.
West 100, turn left, heading 310. Expect further clearance at about 252 miles.
Turn left, heading 310, southwest 100.
Now we get this out of the way. This is all the altitude stuff. We're only at 7,000 feet, so I don't really have the pressurization set all that high, but I could turn this down here, set the cabin pressure to 5,000 feet, 4,000 feet, and you'll see it's lowering it, which means it's increasing the pressure inside the cabin. Oh, how funny is that? My ear it didn't pop, but I have tinnitus issues, and it just clicked. I'm setting the pressure in the cabin on my flight, and my ear just kind of muffled for a second. So yeah, the airport elevation is 3259.
November 641 Charlie Papa. Contact Fort Worth Center 132.6.
Fort Worth Center on 132.6. November 641 Charlie Papa. Good day. So I could set it down to the actual airport pressure because it can easily handle Fort Worth Center, November 641 Charlie Papa at 7,000 feet.
November 641
1 Charlie Papa, Fort Worth Center. Copy.
Yeah, it can handle that spread. And there are climate controls on this, but unless there's an update to this aircraft that I don't know about, the climate controls don't work.
Southwest 651. Good morning. Crew flight level 473 for flight level 3, 0 direct air.
Southwest 651, Fort Worth Center. Copy.
Because I can go in here and look at the, if you look at the tablet, is it on this one? Yeah, you can see the cabin climate, and I can change all of these, set the things to the coolers and all that. There's stuff over here in the co-pilot side. I can have Kelly pull these knobs and do all that, and it does not affect this at all. If you fly really high, it's going to get cold. If it's hot out, it's going to get warm. None of the climate controls actually work unless they've updated it, and I didn't know it, and it was part of an update. But that's okay. Man, it says we're still 21 minutes out. Flying is kind of peaceful and relaxing for me. I'm not a huge fan of just flying over the clouds and not getting to see the ground. I usually like looking down and seeing what we can see. Go ahead and do a scan on the gauges really quick. Everything's looking good. Props are a little bit out of sync. I don't know if that's what that switch is. If they get really bad out of sync, you can hear it. Let's continue off with the gauges. EGT looks good. The temperatures are all looking good. I don't have failure set, so everything should be running well. I just like checking it because you would in real life. Lubbock Airport elevation is 3259. I think I might have said that. I did get all the frequencies for when we go in. Their tower frequency is 120.5, ground is 121.9. I have all of that. It says the center frequency is 133.1, but they just had us turn off of that one. So we'll see what happens. It's kind of quiet out here. Not hearing many other aircraft. Oh, look at this. We're gonna hit another. We're gonna hit us another little cloud. Tops of these clouds are right at what, 6,800 feet, something like that, and they got the little bubbles sticking up. It's kind of cool. It is, no, I didn't, a lot of times I will set this clock to be correct. It's been a while since I've done it though, so I can't remember. Oh no. Hour. Oh, that's the dimmer. Oh, there it went. 7, 8. It's actually 8:41, but that's okay. That's within a that's my local time. So, whoops, wrong button. The center is probably like, who's fucking around with the mic? All right, we got 88.8 gallons of fuel. I can see that. So yeah, we're just cruising up here above the clouds. I don't know when they're going to have us descend, how much of Lubbock we'll get to see, or if we're going to be in the clouds. It's going to take us a minute because we're going to have to go north and then circle back because of the winds. We're not catching a whole lot of wind difference on here. If you look at the true airspeed, it's saying right at 200 knots. And if you look over here at the ground speed, we're right at 200 knots pretty much. 8.5 miles to go to our waypoint. Well,
Southwest 651. Contact Albuquerque Center 132.65. Contact Albuquerque Center 132.65. Southwest 651.
and in theory, if I wanted to move the camera every time, I have a camera over here that I use for my head tracking on the truck stem. If I were to take that camera and mount it over here, the head tracking does work in here, and I could just use head tracking to look around. But I'm not used to it in the flight sim, and I'd have to have a different profile so I can look down. And the truck sim, I keep it pretty much, there's no real need to look up or down, but I could set up a different profile on it and do the whole where you lean in to zoom and lean back and look up and down, lean sideways to look, you know, I could lean over and look down to see the fuel stuff, but I don't mind using the hat switch for my view. I'm used to it. What do you think, Kelly? Wearing your shades? She ignores me just like she does in the truck. I could have put people in the back. I could put Shelby back there. She has to work today. And then this button over here just centers my view. I can do that. Look out the window. If you are in the back of the plane, this would be the view you have. Or if you're on the other side of the plane. And I can use the hat switch from inside here. These views. And then this one will bring me back to my cockpit view. Alright, so we're about to make our little bitty turn, which is not very severe at all. It's just a slight turn to the right. Go. There we go. Passenger 2 would be like, hey, we're looking down. Then I have this button here for a view preset. It zooms me in a little bit to the dash. But lately I've just been landing with this view, and I seem to be doing okay. Gotta look for, where's my, I don't know where my nav/GPS switch is, because right now we're using the GPS. But if I switch to the ILS, I'm not sure how to change that over. Uh-oh. What happened? That was weird. I don't know what the recording's going to look like there, but I was completely froze for a second there. Unless it's down here somewhere. Huh. I don't know. I guess I'll figure it out when the time gets here. I think I do have a nav GPS switch on my deck board, but there should be one on the dash. Or maybe it just switched to nav mode when I do the, maybe the computer knows. When, with these GS 750s, I think they're 750s. When I go in and choose my approach and I choose a, oh wait, it's under here. That's right. This will change from GPS, there it is, yeah. That button changes it from GPS to the VOR. It's been a long time since I've flown, so bear with me. We're learning together here. I'll just be happy if I can put this bird on the ground safely. Pretty sure Kelly's awake by now. It's almost 9. I usually get up and come out here and do all my sims before she gets up, so I'm not just sitting out here all day while she's in the house by herself on our days off. Yeah, this is an exciting flight. Flying over the clouds the entire time. I think the radio had said that the ceiling was at 1,300 feet.
And departing runway 08, 17 right. Read at all hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact you have information kilo.
It's still kilo.
Lubbock Preston Smith Airport information kilo. 1304 Zulu. Wind 170 at 1 tree. Visibility 10. Ceiling 1,300 overcast. Temperature 16. Dip wind 1 tree.
Yeah, it is overcast all the way down to 1,300 feet, and the visibility is only a mile. So, yeah. I hope they give us 17 right, because I'm going to need to do an ILS landing in this soup. We'll find out in just a few minutes.
United 1744. Contact Fort Worth Center 133.1. Contact Fort Worth Center 133.1. United 1744.
Yeah, United 1744. Get off our frequency. I mean, we're 25 miles to the south. Says we got about 7 minutes to go, but that's to the airport, and we know that's going to change because they're going to bring us north and turn around and come back. So I'm thinking any time now they're going to give me a heading, change me to about 350 or something like that. drop a descent, we still have a little bit of room. We are almost to where we would want to descend. We'll let them control me. Yeah, so even if they descend us, I don't think we're going to get low enough into these clouds to be able to see the ground with the 1,300 foot ceiling. I don't know. We'll find out. We will find out shortly. Yeah, my nav map is showing we are over some of the city roads on the outskirts of town. We are crossing County Road 1 right now. We are entering Lubbock County right now. So we are officially over Lubbock County. Usually when I ask them for permission to descend, they just yell at me anyway. Say, no, we're not going to do that. Oh look, we got DME numbers going on now. So Nav1 is picking up the ILS. That's a good sign. I don't know how long that's been on, but that is a good sign. Let's see what he says. Fort Worth Center, November 641 Charlie Papa, I am ready to descend.
November 641 Charlie Papa, Lubbock Preston, Smith Airport landing, runway 17 right.
Lubbock Airport landing, runway 17 right, November 641 Charlie Papa. That's what we wanted.
November 641 Charlie Papa, contact Lubbock approach 119.2.
Lubbock approach on 119.2, November 641 Charlie Papa, good day. Lubbock approach, November 641 Charlie Papa is at 7,000 feet, inbound to land runway 17 right with kilo.
November 641 Charlie Papa, Lubbock approach. Altimeter 29er, expect radar vectors for IO at runway 17 right.
Altimeter 29er, expect vectors to ILS runway 17 right, November 641 Charlie Papa. I'm going to go ahead and turn my back up to the tower. 120.5.
641 Charlie Papa. Turn left. Heading 355. Vectors for the approach.
Turn left, heading 355. Vectors for the approach. November 641 Charlie Papa. So we will switch over here to heading hold. And let's get our approach in here. Procedure, approach, choose an approach, ILS 17 right, is right there. Make sure it's correct this time. Load and activate it. And we are going to, I'm going to change the CDI now to V-Lock. See, good thing we found that button. That's the localizer frequency. Yeah, so we are, let's go ahead and zoom in here. We're flying right past the airport now. We're about 2 miles, just under 2 miles away from the end of their runway. I would like to have a descent here.
November 641 Charlie Papa. Turn left, heading 345.
Turn left heading 345, November 641 Charlie Papa. Got some movement here. We are outbound now, as we can see on our map. Can still use a descent here. Seem like we're a little bit high because I got high. I was gonna land my plane, and then I got high. All right, let's do this. Let's do this. This is what we've been waiting for. Don't know how far out they're gonna take us. I'm going to go ahead and pull some manifold back here. About 25. So we can bleed off a little bit of speed.
41 Charlie Papa. Descend, maintain 6,000. Altimeter 2999er.
Descend and maintain 6,000 feet. Altimeter 2999er. November 641 Charlie Papa. Go vertical speed.
November 641 Charlie Papa. Turn right, heading 355.
Turn right, heading 355, November 641 Charlie Papa. Now I'm going to have to pull the throttles back even more because we are descending. I think that Boo Boom was notifying me that it's my mom's birthday today. I will be calling her shortly. I mainly wanted to get under the 170 because that's where we need to get below to put the gear down and to put the flaps to flap 1. That's why I was trying to bleed off a little bit of speed there. And if I go into this landing view, see, it just zooms in. I can see my gauges a little bit better. You can see my vertical speed is, or my glide slope indicator is active now.
November 641
Charlie Papa. Descend and maintain 4,600.
Descend and maintain 4,600, November 641 Charlie Papa. 4,600.
November 641 Charlie Papa, 2 miles from Cessna. Turn right, heading 150. Maintain 4,600 until established. Clear die, ILS runway 17 right.
Turn right, heading 150, maintain 4,600 feet till established. Cleared ILS runway 17 right, November 641 Charlie Papa. Alright. Oh, now's not the time for this. Get the gear down. And flaps 1. We are getting onto the wrong side. We're going to want to keep coming to the right here. Get back on track. And then I'll hit nav hold. It might yank me over if I hit nav hold now.
All aircraft be advised information. And now current. Altimeter 3001.
3001 now. Let's get over there. Way overshot that. I mean, there's our runway. Let's go to the next notch of flaps. So it's that white line. The red line is not accurate because we'll activate that leg. But we're not using that. I'm going to go full RPM and full rich now. Listen to Lima.
Wind 210 at 1 tree. Visibility 10. Ceiling 1,400 overcast. Temperature 17. Depth weight 1 tree. Altimeter 3001. Landing and departing runway 08. 17 right. Read. Pack. All hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information in the lead. Lubbock Crescent Smith Airport information limit. 1404 Zulu. Wind 210 at 1 tree. Visibility
210. Shoot. So now we got a crosswind a little bit. double check. We got 3 down and locked. We're holding all right here. We're still not ready for our glide slope. I'm going to watch this arrow here. When it gets centered, or this, either one, when it gets centered here, then I'm going to hit approach. And I will let the autopilot get us at a good descent rate and all that stuff before I switch off the autopilot. See some stuff on the ground now, at least. I'm not sure where the city is compared to us. I think it's out there, but I'm not sure. We're about 8 miles away from landing. At about 100 knots, that's not bad.
November 641 Charlie Papa, contact Lubbock Tower 120.5.
Going to tower on 120.5, November 641 Charlie Papa. Good day.
Southwest 2737, ready to go. Runway 8. Southwest 2737, Lubbock Tower, wind 210 at 13, fly heading 100, runway 8, clear for
Comes
takeoff.
our
Fly heading 100, runway 8, clear for takeoff. Southwest 2737.
Lubbock Tower, November 641 Charlie Papa, inbound to land, runway 17 right with Lima.
November 641 Charlie Papa, Lubbock Tower, wind 210 at 13, runway 17 right, cleared to land.
Cleared to land, runway 17 right, November 641 Charlie Papa. I don't know why it didn't catch that localizer. So we're going to kill the autopilot. And let's go full flaps. Yeah, I don't know why it didn't catch that localizer and start my descent. Where's that airplane that's taking off on runway 8?
Southwest 2737, contact Lubbock.
Oh, there he is.
Have a good morning. Contact
He's
Lubbock
over here.
Southwest 2737.
You can see my mouse.
Take care.
That dialed in here. Rodeo her back down. Got a lot of runway here, so I'm not too worried about being too high.
November 641 Charlie Papa. Exit next available taxiway.
Exit next taxiway, 641 Charlie Papa. I exited right the frick away.
November 641 Charlie Papa. Contact ground 121.9er.
Ground on 121.9er, 641 Charlie Papa. Good day.
Negative. Ground on 121.9er.
That's what I said. I'm just switching over. And let me see. This will pause you for a second. I'm going to choose a parking spot. Oh, shoot. What's it doing? What's it doing?
Guy with 4920. Gate 7 tree taxi via Alpha. Lima. Gate 7 tree via Alpha. Lima. Sky. West 4920.
Someone else was talking. I guess someone else came in land. We're going to go to parking 6-4. Well, maybe. Let's go ahead. Something's going on. It's confused, I think, because I pushed it when I was in the wrong window. Let's get the taxi lights on, strobe lights off, and landing lights off. Well, I don't guess we're going to get to talk to ground. Let me try changing all frequency and back. There we go. Lubbock ground, November 641 Charlie Papa, request taxi to parking 6-4.
November 641 Charlie Papa. Welcome to Lubbock Preston Smith Airport. Ramp 64 taxi via Gulf.
Ramp 64 taxi via Gulf, November 641 Charlie Papa. Well, there's a learning thing, huh? If it ever gets stuck, just switch off and back on to the frequency. This is Gulf right here. And our parking will be to the right. To the right, to the right. We'll be parking the same direction as that guy right there. But our parking spot is over here. No parking markers, so I'm just kind of guessing. And it is right about here. Alright, let's get the parking brake set. Brake is set. We will turn off the taxi lights. Leave the nav lights on. Let's get the radios off. Kill the alternators. Let's shut down that left engine first. And shut down the right engine. And pull the RPM levers back. We will kill all of the mags at once with the bar. Turn that bad boy off and turn that battery off. Switch to the outside view. And there we are. Here we are sitting at Lubbock. It looks like we're too far forward, but that is showing that we are right on the spot. Could be a little closer to that plane, but we are good to go. So, all right. Thanks for watching this flight to Lubbock. Thanks for flying with off-grid air, is what I used to say. And if you like this flight and you stick with it till the end, You leave me a like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. This is a brand new channel. I think I got like 5 subscribers, so yeah, check it out. Thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one. Peace.